Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This one is about Attack on Titan. I told you guys in the last Attack on Titan video that I have a bigger Attack on Titan video planned, and that is still true. But with the success of the Attack on Titan video, which is now at 10,000 views, holy shit, thank you guys, I decided to make another one. And this one I think is going to be pretty funny. Today, we're going to be doing an Attack on Titan tier list, not by character, not by how good the show is, how good the characters are, but by Rizz. What is Rizz? Another word for spitting game, how good you are with pulling and sustaining bitches, is the Urban Dictionary definition. So now that you know what Rizz is, it's time to jump into this video. And as you see, we have our 6 tiers here. Unspoken Rizz. People are throwing themselves at you. You do not have to try to Rizz. You are a presence. You are a force. Everyone notices you when you walk in the room. You know, that is what unspoken Rizz is. Rizz Lords, they are great at Rizz, but they have to try to Rizz. Like, they're not on the unspoken Rizz level where they walk in a room and people are throwing themselves at them. They still have to try, but they're very good at it. Funny Rizz, they have decent Rizz. They're funny guys, you know? They're charming, they're funny, but they're not the greatest Rizzers. Gets Rizzed up and unspoken Rizz is different. Gets Rizzed up, these are like the quiet types, you know, people approach them and Rizz them up, but they're not really doing the Rizzing, you know. Scaring the hoes, this is bad Rizz. You are actively making the person you are trying to Rizz scared of you, want to get away from you, uncomfortable, and then that is, we bring it to the last tier, the sexual harassment tier. Your Rizz is so bad that the cops are getting called on you no matter what. I don't know if we're going to get anybody in that tier, but, you know, let's kick it off with Annie. Annie's tough. Annie is a tough one to start with. I'd lean unspoken Rizz, but there's not that many people throwing it at her, but I don't feel like she's actively doing the Rizzing. I think Annie gets Rizzed up. Armin Rizzed her up pretty good. I think Annie gets Rizzed up. And speaking of Armin's a Rizz Lord. Armin's got that Rizz, bro. Armin's dialed in. He is absolutely... He's not funny, and he doesn't have unspoken Rizz, but he has solid Rizz. Armin's that guy. Bertolt... I think Bertolt scares the hoes. He is not... He's kind of a weird one on this list, where I don't think he's, like, funny or good at Rizzing, but I also don't think he gets Rizzed up. I think his Rizz is just bad. I think he scares the hoes. Connie, perfect definition of funny Rizz. He's a charming guy. He's likable. He's funny, but he's not overly good at Rizz. Eren Yeager. I mean... he's a bit of a dick, but you know, the girls love him. The girls love a bad boy. He is a force when you walk in the room. I think Eren Yeager has that unspoken Rizz. He gets people to be with him, you know? He's that guy. Eren Yeager is that guy. I think Eren Yeager has unspoken Rizz. Erwin, absolute Rizz king right here. I think Erwin can Rizz any girl he wants. He's a beautiful man. He's got this in the bag. Now we approach our first child, Falco. Falco has Rizz though. Falco he gets Gabby. He's risen on Gabby, and he's a charming guy. I don't think he's a Rizz Lord. I think Falco has funny Rizz. Flock is scaring the hoes 100%. I don't think he's that bad to be in the sexual harassment tier, but Flock is 100% scaring the hoes. There's no doubt in my mind. Frida's a nice girl. I think she gets Rizzed up, though. I think men are approaching her often. She's bad. What can I say? Gabby. Gabby gets Rizzed up. You know, Falco's on that. You know, Gabby gets Rizzed up. Gabby's not doing any Rizzing. If she was, she'd be scaring the hoes 100%. Grisha has the personality of scaring the hoes, but let's be real here. He has 2 wives, 2 kids. Grisha's slinging, all right, bro? Grisha has 2 wives. He's a proven Rizz Lord here. Hanji's scaring the hoes. I think Hanji's scaring the hoes. It's between that or funny Rizz. I don't think Hanji's getting rizzed up, and I don't think she's great at Rizz either. I think she's funny enough to have Rizz, or she's scaring the hoes. But the amount of people that she turns off with her conversations in Attack on Titan leads me to believe that she's scaring the hoes. 100%. Hannes. Hannes has that funny Rizz. I 100% believe Hannes has funny Rizz. He's just the lovable dad, you know? And for older women, I think he's got that Rizz. I think he's got it down. I think Hannes is a legend. He's got that funny Rizz. Historia gets rizzed up, 100%. Either she gets rizzed up by Eren or she gets rizzed up by Amir, depending on how you look at it. So, I think Historia, she's never doing the rizzing. If she was, I don't think she'd be bad at it. I think Historia gets rizzed up. I think that's pretty clear. Hitch has Rizz. Hitch was rizzing on Marlo for sure. Marlo was just too stupid to see it. I think Hitch has hella Rizz, to be honest. She's like the party girl too. She like they're implied that she sleeps around. She's got Rizz. Let me tell you. Jean. I think Jean's a Rizz lord too. I think Jean's got that Rizz. I don't think he might be funny Rizz. Jean's pretty funny, but is he above it? Is he good at rizzing besides being funny, you know? I think I'm going to leave Jean at Rizz Lord. I think he's got this on a lock. Keith Shottis is scaring the hoes 100%. He is an intense man. There is no doubt in my mind that Keith Shottis is scaring the hoes. Kenny. I kind of want to do it. Man, Kenny got a whole army on his side. Like, he wasn't, like, weird to cave in. I just don't see Kenny. I think Kenny's scaring the hoes. I think sexual harassment is a bit too harsh for Kenny. I think Kenny's scaring the hoes 100%, though. I don't see Kenny having any type of Rizz. He doesn't need it. He's just killing people. Laura Tiber is a fucking wild card. I don't think we know enough about her. So I'm just gonna throw her and gets rizzed up. Honestly, no. Laura Tiber probably has Rizz. Let's be real. She's a force, you know. She's a fucking Warhammer Titan. She's part of the Tiber family. The Tiber family are respected. I think Laura Tiber probably has some Rizz. Levi, I think, is the absolute definition of unspoken Rizz. He is a force. The women are throwing themselves at Levi. Levi is absolutely unspoken Rizz. No doubt about it. He doesn't need to Rizz. The women are throwing themselves at him. Commander Magath, I think Magath is scaring the hoes again. A lot of these older men in Attack on Titan are so intense and just so angry that I don't see the capabilities of them to Rizz. You know, Magath is he's locked in all the time. I think he's scaring the hoes. Marco, absolute Rizz Lord. The nicest guy in the entire show. Marco, 100%. Him and Armin, man, they are locked in Rizz Lords. They are absolutely doing the Rizzing. They could get any girl they want if they tried. They're just that guy. Marlowe's interesting because he definitely had Hitch under his spell, but he didn't even know it, man. He was just oblivious. I think Marlowe gets rizzed up. I think Hitch was doing the rizzing on Marlowe. I think Marlowe gets rizzed up. Marlowe's a nice guy too. He's like Marco and Armin. He's a nice, genuine dude, but I think he's too much of a soy boy to frickin' go and rizz someone up. Hitch was the one doing the rizzing on him. Mike, I think I'm gonna throw Mike in sexual harassment because if he uses that nose trick on any woman, they are calling the cops. He sniffs any woman, they are absolutely done with him. Mikasa gets rizzed up 100%. She is loyal to a fault. Eren rizzes her up, no questions asked. I mean, I think if Mikasa's loyal to you, you're just locked in. She doesn't have to do the rizzing. You're rizzing her up, and once she's under your spell, you're locked in. You're good. Moblet, absolute Rizz Lord, another one of the nicest guys in Attack on Titan. I think he could get any girl he wants. He's just him. Niccolo is interesting, and I think I'm also going to put him in Rizz Lord because a woman loves a man who can cook, and I think Niccolo could use that easily. Easily. That is his number one weapon. He's a man who can cook, and he can do it well. And I think that'll rizz up so many women. Pastor Nick. Pastor Nick is sexual harassment. Or scaring the hoes. But Pastor Nick, I don't know, man. He's a sketchy one. Onion Capone. Onion Capone's funny. I think Onion Capone has that funny rizz. I don't... he's pretty assertive, you know. I think he could be a Rizz Lord, but we have too many Rizz Lords. Let's be honest. Let's just throw Onion Capone and funny rizz. And I think our last unspoken Rizz is Peak, bro. She has people riding her into battle. She has loyal simps that drive her panzer unit. Peak has the legion of men around her. She's a presence. You don't go into a room and not notice Peak, you know. Peak has that unspoken Rizz 100%. Pixis has that funny rizz. I'm telling you, any older woman, Pixis is funny, dude. I think Pixis 100% has the funny rizz. No doubt about it. Porco is scaring the hoes. 100%. He's like Aaron in the sense of how intense he is, but Aaron is a fucking force, and Porco's just not that. He's intense, but he lacks the gravitas, you know? When he walks into a room. I think Porco scares the hoes. Reiner also is scaring the hoes, I think. His split personality is crazy. I think he low-key could be a gets rizzed up one. I think Reiner's not super dominant, you know. He was the runt of the group. I think if he tried, he'd scare the hoes, to be honest. Rod Rice, he had like 5 kids, you know. He's a bad guy in the universe, so you want to put him down here, but he had like 5 kids, so there's got to be something there for Rod Rice, you know. There's got to be something there. Sasha, funny rizz. She could get rizzed up, but Sasha has funny rizz. I think Sasha could do rizzing. I don't think Sasha gets rizzed up, you know. Willie Tiber he could be unspoken rizz. He is a presence. Everybody likes him in the entire show. Everyone that you see likes Willie Tiber. I am going to go into Rizz Lord, though, because Willie Tiber has a way with words, and I think that just by walking into a room, I don't think he has the quality of the unspoken Rizz. Yelena scares the hoes, 100%. Yelena's terrifying. Yelena, she's like a devout follower of Zeke. She might get rizzed up. I think Zeke might have rizzed her up, you know? I think Yelena's scaring the host. She's a scary woman. The founder, Emir. You know, she did get rizzed up by the king, but, I mean, that was definitely sexual harassment by King Fritz's part. I have no idea where to put the founder, Emir. I feel like if I put her and gets rizzed up, y'all are going to have a fucking hate-fueled vengeance in the comments, but I mean, come on. Where else do I put her? I'm gonna do it. Comments, please chill. Emir, Rizz Lord. Emir, 100%. She rizzed up Historia. Her entire devote goal was to just be around Historia. Maybe that means Historia rizzed her up, you know? I think the rizz is mutual between Emir and Historia. Emir, I think Emir is a dominant force. I think she's a Rizz Lord. Borderline unspoken Rizz. Zeke. I think Zeke is scaring the hoes. Let's be real. Zeke is scaring the hoes. I mean, is he? Man, I don't know. He got a lot of followers, but he's a scary dude, you know? He's a scary dude. I think Zeke scares the hoes. He's intense. But he's also well-spoken. He's a well-spoken man. He's only intense towards, like, Levi. He's a well-spoken, nice dude to everyone else who knows him. I think Zeke has Rizz. I'm going to put him in funny Rizz. I think Zeke's a funny guy. Zeke's got quips. Zeke's got jokes. He always battles back with Levi. He always, like, engages. He knows a way. He has a way with words, Zeke does. I think Zeke has that funny Rizz. I think when he rizzes, he's funny about it. So, this is my tier list based off of Rizz. Let me know what I got wrong, and let me know what I got right. Definitely plan on making the big Attack on Titan video as soon as possible. I guarantee you that after the finale releases, my video will drop in a week. I'm going to have it prepped. It's going to be like an entire series retrospective, basically, many hours long, I would assume. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, comment down below what I got wrong, what I got right. You agree, disagree. I love to see the engagement in my comment section. I'm a huge fan. I will respond to you. I will like your comments. And yes, subscribe for more. I plan on making more videos where I'm just talking like this, video essays of sorts, and not just Attack on Titan related, but yes, I will be making more Attack on Titan content in the future. So yes, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.